All right, guys. So I am going to be talking about Auburn's quarterback situation today. Our two quarterbacks are Shaun White, last year's starter, and Jarrett Stidham, this year's projected starter. Last year, Shaun White started 10 games for us, threw for 1,679 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Now, throughout the year, I feel like he did a pretty darn good job throughout the year, but he obviously showed some weaknesses and inability to throw deep down the field, and that cost us a lot of plays. He would either overthrow wide open receivers or underthrow, which would end up in an interception or a bat down. Now, I do believe Shaun White is a good quarterback. I do believe in any other system he would be a year in and year out Davey O'Brien Award finalist. But with Auburn's offense and Gus Malzahn's want to run the football, it just takes a lot away from Shaun White, because he can't run the football as much as Gus Malzahn's offense requires a quarterback to. Jarrett Stidham, on the other hand, he showed in the A-Day game that if he needs to, he can tuck the ball and run downfield and get the 5-7 yards that we need to open up the run game or the passing game. Now, like I said, in those 10 games, Shaun White just barely finished under 1,700 yards, whereas Jarrett Stidham had 3 total starts in 2015 at Baylor and finished the season with 1,265 yards, 12 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. In those 3 starts, he threw for 419 yards, 257 yards, and 258 yards, respectively. And only one other time throughout the season did he eclipse 100 yards, and that was against Kansas, and 89 yards against Rice. Now, the teams he started against did not have the best defenses, the best coming in at number 48 being Kansas State, and second best coming to Oklahoma at number 87, which against Oklahoma he threw his only 2 interceptions in that game. And also against Oklahoma State, he only played one half because he suffered a season-ending injury to his ankle, but still finished the game with 258 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, like I said, that's only 3 starting games in 1 year for Jarrett Stidham, and he only finished with 400 less yards than Shaun White in 10 games. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Shaun White. He is a good quarterback, and I can't stress this enough that I think he could be a third-round pick quarterback if he was playing for another system, but under Gus Malzahn's offense, I don't see it, which is why at the end of the day, I am giving Jarrett Stidham the start because of his ability to tuck the ball and run when needs be, his ability to run the zone read, and because Chip Lindsey's offense opens up the passing game so much, and they rely on passing the ball so much, and because Chip Lindsey has a track record of developing quarterbacks and making them some of the best quarterbacks in their conference or in the nation, as he did at Troy with his true freshman quarterback. He was the freshman of the year, and at Southern Miss, where he had a quarterback and he was a USA Player of the Year. And it's just, at the end of the day, I see Jarrett Stidham starting over Shaun White. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me. They want Shaun White to start because he has shown that he can win games for us. We went on a 6-game winning streak with Shaun White before he got hurt against Georgia. And then against Georgia, man, I don't even want to talk about that game. That was just embarrassing. We should have won that game by a lot. But Shaun White got hurt. Didn't tell anybody because he wanted to continue to play. And you know what? That want to win games and play football clouded his judgment and hurt the team in the long run because he wanted to play. Now, this probably is going to be a popular opinion. That's him being selfish, in my opinion. And we can't afford selfish people on our team. We need team players to come out and do what they have to do for the team, be it sit on the bench to let someone else come in or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm giving Jarrett Stidham the starting nod because he has shown that he wants to be a leader. He wants to get the receivers the football. and he can run that zone read. And I'm excited, guys. Can't wait for the season to start. War Damn Eagle.